Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kene. Today we have a whole lot to talk about. I want to take this time to welcome all of you, and I want to encourage you to share the show as we embark on a very, very important topics today. We have a lot of different things to talk about. Uh, but right now, on the top of the list is the War and Economic Crimes Court resolution that was just passed or that was just signed by overwhelming majority of the Liberian Senate. We follow the process, and hopefully we'll be able to bring to you some of which that happened, and we will also be able to somehow give our own take, our own analysis as to what transpired today and what lies ahead. Well, I want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV today. We want to encourage you to go ahead and share the show. Let me see if I can get connected to my colleague here, Johnson Mebon Kula.
This song comes from the late Michael Jackson. It's called Thanks to Allah.
Mebon? Hello, Mebon? Mebon, can you hear me? Okay, looks like Mebon still playing some music over there. Once Mebon get the signal, we'll definitely get connected with him. But in the meantime, I want to encourage all of you to share the show. Today I'm a bit tired because I haven't had enough sleep. I have to wake up earlier. My time here to actually help bring the Senate conversation to you live.
I
So
know that. Oh, Sekou, if you are there, yes.
yes,
Try to, yes,
I
indeed.
know maybe I was connected to you, but because you were
Yes, I
staying,
was playing the late Michael Jackson song, Thanks to
yeah,
Allah.
I
And
was,
on tomorrow, that DJ. So I got to start practicing now before the day reach. Forget about
yeah, yeah.
yes.
Today is a big day, and a lot happened today, and we look forward to what may happen tomorrow
Okay.
and in the weeks, months to come. And it is critically important that we highlight some of the happenings today and also give our own analysis as to what really happened and what it means for Liberia. The only problem, I am extremely beat up because
Yes, I can see that. I can see that in your
I haven't
pics.
slept enough. I was up the whole night on my end here. You know, they can
And
bring
someone,
Liberia before us.
yes,
So
and in fact, someone was in fact telling me that I hope that Sekou is not promising to become imam. I said, well, why? Because now that your behavior just changing, though. You are not changing from
but man, this
just
is
yeah.
Ramadan. Ramadan is a different time.
Okay, no
Yeah,
wonder because you read too
Ramadan is a
much.
different time.
How you not want to be imam, though? I can start.
No, no, I'm a student. I'm not imam.
Okay, okay, that's great.
I'm a student. You know, Islam encourages us to. They say Islam say you should start learning your religion from birth to death.
Hmm.
From the day you
Hmm.
were born until you die, you can never finish learning.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the day you finish, that's when you're gone. So uh, I'm a student, and I will always be a student of Islam. So I'm still learning, Yeah, I do not want to be imam. But sometimes
Mhm.
um
When they when
by
they calling,
by
mhm,
default, when we
yes,
convert somewhere, we have a lot of us together.
mhm,
So they always ask the most learned person among all those who understand the religion better than most of the people. They will always ask you to lead in prayer.
okay.
So we have learned, you know, prayers in so many occasions. We always do. So,
Wow.
but that
Wow.
does not automatically makes you an imam. So,
Seriously, let me just add up myself. I really suffer from that because sometimes because of our, our take, or sometimes we focus on reading, the Bible, and sometimes I read the Quran. But me there for the Bible, sometimes because of that, people they see me like, oh, maybe you want to be pastor. I said, no, I'm not pastor. It's good to read, because mind you, these books are books that are meant for us to read and understand as to where we're going, what's going to happen, and all of these things that we need to know. So for me, I like to read like you.
so,
So yeah.
so speaking of a reading. Anyway, let me welcome our colleagues. Brazilian monk is here, and Lawrence Master Mo of the radio former 99.3 FM. He forgot to add it point three. He just put 99 FM. You can edit,
Now,
you can edit, you
now,
can edit it.
now what can happen when the walker could be not Eastern, not in many
The
places, like
excitement, the
everywhere.
excitement too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even have to leave. You could just click edit and just
Mhm.
edit it. Monk, welcome, my brother. How are you?
Welcome, and thanks once again. Another day, another crucial day in the history of Liberia that our Senate were able to follow up with the resolution from the lower house. And you open the show right. You say you study religiously, and even in the Bible, in the book of Second Timothy 2:15, it's study to show yourself approved. Just because you practice a religion, you got to keep studying every day that you leave this planet. You got to read. Life in itself is just about learning. Every day
Yeah.
you learn new things, and no matter what, you will still get tons of things that will be left. That will be left
Every day you will learn new thing.
every
Every
day.
day.
So that just
Speaking about this month, Mabon talked about learning me reading.
Mhm.
The very first verse in the Quran, the very first surah in the Holy Quran
Mhm.
is called Ikra. You know what I mean? I mean
No.
read. Ikra.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's the very first surah that was revealed to Prophet Muhammad from God through angel Gabriel. We call him in Islam, we call him Jibril, Sayyidina
Mhm.
Jibril. It's angel Gabriel who revealed the message to Prophet Muhammad. And first word for him, he told him, Ikra, he said, Muhammad, read. And then
Wow.
Muhammad said, why would I read? I never read before. I'm not a student. I'm not a letterman. I'm not an educated man. Why would I read?
Mhm. Mhm.
Then he said, Ikra isma rabbika allazi kalaka. الذي خلق الانسان من علق اقرا وربك الاكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الانسان. He said, read by the name of your creator, man who created you,
Mhm.
man who can teach you how to read and understand. Say read with your name of your creator. Ikra isma rabbika. Say
what,
read.
what you
So
just said. Go
yeah,
ahead, Sister, go ahead. You are saying something. I thought you
yeah.
were.
So in short, whatever religion you may follow, if you want to be a good Muslim or good Christian or good religious person,
It's good to read.
you have to read. You got to get used to
Yes.
reading.
Mhm.
So nobody can lie to you. Nobody can just confuse you. Nobody can just kind of sweet, muff you and just confuse you. Or sometimes, you know, if you are accustomed to reading, not only will help you understand your religion, but
Mhm.
it makes you a better person.
Indeed.
Makes you a better
Good.
person. So
Mhm.
yeah, so I love reading a lot. That's why I told you I'm a student, and I will always continue to be a student. Yeah, Mom wanted to say something.
You know the story you just explained, it almost like with God. Like, that's why I keep telling people, I say, when you people must practice spirituality into the religion, because there's a similar story in the Bible when God was sending when God was sending Moses to go and tell the pharaohs to let his people go. He told God, I'm not the most educated, I'm not the most eloquent.
Yeah.
That had Joshua come into the picture, because Joshua he was very fluent in speaking. So it's almost the same thing. You know, it doesn't matter your religion or your belief in God. God can pick anybody that he chooses to use, whether you are eloquent or not. You will learn by force when he's ready for you to accomplish his mission. So when you said that, I guess remind me.
Yeah. So, Mom, you know, like you said last time, you know, since we all believe in God, there's God out there. There's one God out there. If we tend to all believe that, why don't you all just practice one religion, right?
And that's just the thing.
There is
So
God.
guess what? So 1 minute, this morning when I was reading through the Quran, look, I started to read about the story of Joseph, right? I was reading certain, you know, I'm trying to get with, because I'm mostly used with it, Timothy, you know, the other Bible, other than that. Yeah, so the Quran, that's what really giving me a hard time. But I was reading that side this morning, and I came across Joseph's story, where Joseph's brothers, you know, when Joseph had the dream, where he went to his father, and father explained the dream, father said, don't explain the dream to your brother, because your future is bright. And the same story is also in the Bible. So why are we fighting?
Yeah, that's why we told you that both Old Testament and the Quran, there are a lot of similarity, almost 90% or 99%. That's why I encourage people to read. If you can read, you understand. You know, that's why people can say, "Oh, so why are you so tolerant?" Like, say, for example, when I went to Sacramento, we went to the church, you know, they say, okay, offering, and then I was giving money even to some of my friends, you know, to put it in the boxes. They said, "But why you Muslim? Why you allow yourself to come to church with your friends?" I said, "What's wrong with that? It's not me. It's not my business to judge anybody. You know, you're not even sure what you're doing. If you're doing it the right way."
That's the idea over there. You're not 100% sure. You're only practicing what you
Yeah,
believe.
because you just want God to forgive. And in fact, God said in the Holy Quran, He said, if you're going to enter heaven, you're not going to enter heaven because of the number of prayers or the number of good things that you do. You will enter heaven through my mercy. Only me.
Mercy.
Yeah.
And that's the part. That's the part. God will choose who you want to pardon. Sometimes for me, I don't even have my head.
Be tolerant, people you actually read and understand, and they will not have problem with people. You know. Yeah, but you know, we don't want to open the
The reason why we are passing through, because some of our Muslim brothers and sisters out there, and let me be frank with you, Sekou, you know, you just said something. I think sometimes we got to take tradition out of religion, right? And let's be frank, whether we like it or not, we are all one. That's just the fact.
My man,
so we shouldn't allow.
We didn't even share the show though.
Yeah, but all they want to do is sharing.
I did my sharing already. That's the first thing I can do.
So let me go. Yes. Myself, let me go to the sharing button and see how.
Mr. Carter, the issue about the Bible, reading the Bible.
We got incoming pastor down there, Lawrence.
They got one chocolate whole thing here. Well, it's good to be on the SKTV. I'm Lawrence Marshall from former district radio, former 99.3 FM. This station is owned and operated by the Rufus and Roof 30 Foundation. You know the issue about the Christianity, the church is your heart. You will not go in a building to fellowship, to have that belief that, oh yeah, I'm part of an organization. And if you read the Bible, the New Testament, one thing I know, God does not call somebody who is foolish. God always call people who he know, he believe in them. If you read the story of Paul, when Saul was before he became Christian, there are a lot of things he did. He had a mind of implementation. He always used to go to the chief, say, just give me paper when I go over that way, everybody. And when he go, he will commit They act. So when God saw that he had the mind of implementation, God said, no, but I can use the man to transform people. So from Saul, he began Paul, and he wrote a lot of books in the Bible. So when it comes to the Christianity, the church is your heart. It's just going out building to fellowship. But there are some people, they will try to deviate. I got most of my...
not to cut you off, Lawrence. Every time I hear the story of Saul and Paul, I think of
So God always using people like that. You know, most of the pastors around, most of the preacher men, they got a story. Some of them, before they got on the podium to preach, they will explain, they will tell you what they were doing. So when you have been converted into the Christianity, God, nobody will tell you, say, God are well made, God are blind. The only thing we know, we were created in the image of God. So we know that we are an example of God. So we just have to live according to, I told somebody, I said, I'm a Christian. So I believe in Christianity. I got my friends, they are Muslims. Most of on a daily basis, we together with lecture. But one day, nobody will deviate from that religion. No. Most of the time, even when it's Ramadan, when they are about to break Ramadan and go to the mosque with them, some of them come to me, we sit down with lecture. So the issue there, we just got to live with what we believe in, Mr. Kane, until we be waiting for the final time.
And be tolerant of others. And allow
Yeah.
Even like for example, there is a surah in the Quran that talk about, you know, because there are many places, you know, you hear God telling Prophet Muhammad, I send you to convey my message to mankind, to speak to them, to differentiate, for them to learn to differentiate between wrong and right, to do what is right, and to be just, and to be humble. But I didn't send you to the people, but only for anything else, just as a messenger. All you do is to convey my message. It's not your place to judge anybody. He told Prophet Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad is going to be the messenger of Allah, that God told him, don't judge people, just convey my message. It's my job to judge them, to decide for them. So what about you, human being? What about you come on, somebody you never have opportunity to even talk to God? You don't even know how God. Yeah, so we should not judge people. You know, there's a surah that came, you know, earlier in the Quran, then before the surah that closed the, you know, the Islam religion. Before that one came through, there was a surah called Surah Al-Kafirun. They say, God to Muhammad say, the people that you are talking to, they called it a non-believer. Those that were arguing that never believed him, they called it non-believer. When you're kufar means non-believer, people who refuse to agree. But you know, those who are not Muslim, when they say kufar, they want that kafiri, they want that this and that. They didn't say that's someone because the non-people that don't believe. As a matter of fact, Quran does not refer to Christians and Jews as non-believers.
And that's the part.
Quran refers
Because we call them
people.
Yes, thank you. So,
in Arabic, they call it the Ahl al-Kitab, the people of the book. So that's how Quran referred to Christians and Muslims, because
simple.
The books that came before Quran are also recognized in the Quran. That's why people who were designated by God as prophets, whether it's Isaac, whether it's Jacob, whether it's, you know, Eunice, whether it's Moses, whether it's all those prophets are recognized in the Quran. And you cannot be a true believer, a true Muslim, without you believing in all of those things, including Jesus Christ as messenger of God. Because they all came to spread the message of God, to show to us what we need to do in terms of good or bad, what we shouldn't do, what we should do, and we should be kind to each other, be brothers keepers. But most of our people, because you are not Muslim, you are not my friend. Because you are not Christian, you are not my friend. So we need to learn a lot. You know, we need to educate our people. But like my sister said, That's Sunday class. That's Sunday class here.
Maybe join it.
A theology 101.
No, we don't have Sunday class, but actually on a very serious note, there are a lot of people that sort of glued to our radio, especially on the kind of time. So it's good that you gave them some education. And let me just add up quickly to you, or Sekou, we got to stop thinking about who be who and who not be who, and just worship God the way if you have your own belief, like you already said, and you don't need everything, the way you believe, just it. Like my brother was saying, the church house or that building is just a worship center. And you just go there to go and worship. But your behavior alone will prove that whether you're a good person or not. But some of us on this side, we even go to mosques, we even go to church, our behavior even terrible. But again, that's it. Let's move on. And someone say,
maybe if you go through the book of Proverbs, the book of Proverbs talk about 7 things that God hates. The first one there, they will talk about people who are proud, people who got a proud spirit, even in walking, they don't want to speak to anybody. The second thing there, you will see lying tongue that tell lies. If you read the whole proverb, God tell you say in here 17. So what on a daily basis, I know people can break the laws. Some people that say you speak on that, they won't answer you, brother. So they think we just got to manage it.
Yeah. So then we move.
Speaking of our country, Liberia, the good thing, Liberia is a secular nation. It's not for Christian, it's not for Muslim, it's for everybody. Even those that don't get religion, Liberia belongs to everybody. And we should just, live side by side and coexist so that we can, just destroy our country, for nothing. Because even most of those that calling themselves Christian, they are not practicing Christian. They're just Christian by mouth. Some people that's a Muslim too, they don't even pray. If as a Muslim, to be a good Muslim, you gotta put this, Islam, you gotta practice daily prayer. How many they can do? Religion things,
So quickly, say you stay on the team. Let me just tell you one prank. There's this prank about a guy that was a prank that in fact those guys they were a ritualist. So they prank him in the phone like they wanted to sacrifice him. So the guy asked him, "Which religion do you belong to?" He said, "I'm a Christian." He said, "Okay, wow, that's good." When I said the Lord's Prayer, look, if you watch that prank, Sekou, you will feel that people are just throwing the religion on their head, but as you look, they are nowhere to be found around the religion.
Yeah, but anyway, we want to say thank you to all of you for joining. Or those of you who have shared the show, please continue to share. If you haven't shared the show yet, those of you that have done it, we want to say thank you. I want to start this conversation here. Everybody is excited about what happened today. I started dancing yesterday. I started the celebration yesterday. If you look at my personal page, I said pre-war crown court celebration. And some people think I was joking. I'm excited. I know many of you are. And the shocking thing that happened today was the fact that Prince Johnson and Yaya Thomas Nimland all affixed their signature to the War and Economic Crimes Code document. We don't know how they were persuaded, what happened, what did not happen, what they were told behind the scene, what guarantee, what hope they were given. However, they signed it. And that's a good thing. Also, signing of this is more symbolical than practical. Because Joseph Boakai didn't need the legislature to bring war crime court in Liberia. But to make it look like we are in this together, let's all join hands and sing Kumbaya, and sing Hallelujah. Everybody say Amen. We're all part of it. That's what happened today. But some of the concerns that were raised by some of the senators, it got me thinking as to whether or not they really understand the whole war in criminal crimes code, and whether or not they are privileged to some of the information that we have. Because most of the concerns were like, let us be United Nations. Let the international community do S, Y, and Z. In fact, I listened to Senator Amara Kone talking about raising funds to finance the war in economic crimes code. Now, the document we have in our possession is about time now for us to display some of those documents so that people can see what is in it. But even before we do that, we came on here weeks ago. We explained to the people how the code going to look like. Their code is going to be funded on a voluntary basis. Voluntary basis means that you are not under obligation to do certain things, but once you affix your signature to it, somehow you have to find the money somewhere. And this was very clear when Dr. Alan White appeared here. He was very clear. He said, the U.S. Congress, the United States Treasury Department, the U.S. government as a whole, they are in support. That he has testified more than 3 times in front of the U.S. Congress. Also, the documents that are supposed to be signed, one is going to the President of the United Nations General Assembly to sign it. Also, one going to the President of the United States to sign it. And one supposed to be signed by the Vice President on behalf of the Senate, and one supposed to be signed by the Speaker of the House on behalf of the House of Representatives. Also, to finance, they outline very clear how it's going to be financed. The money that's supposed to come from Liberia altogether, maybe Liberia may contribute, but not a lot. But people are committed, institutions and government around the world, international community, the United Nations, the European Union, and other, powerful nations are ready to support Liberia financially, morally. So people should not worry about it. And the people are telling you the court will comprise of 8 judges. We have 3. You're going to have 2 chambers. I'm not looking at it right now because I've read it, so I'm just giving you what I've read to you before. You're going to have 2 chambers. The trial chamber going to be 1. And that will have 3 judges. The 3 judges from there, one will come from Liberia. One will be appointed by Liberia. One will be appointed by the United Nations. One will be appointed by the United States. And the other 5, they will be the appeal chamber. And the leader of the appeal chamber will be the president of the court. How they're going to be appointed, who's going to be qualified, who's not going to be qualified, are clearly laid out. There's nothing confusing about this. What was important is the willingness, the willingness of our leaders to say, yes, we want it. And the willingness of President Joseph Boakai to sign his portion. In fact, we were informed that those documents are already with the people that are supposed to sign it, all of them, including the President of the United States, the President of the United Nations Security Council. And the other 5 that are going to be at the appeal chamber, one will be appointed by Liberia, one will be appointed by ECOWAS, one will be appointed by United Nations, one will be appointed by United States, and another one will be appointed by AU, African Union. So there's nothing confusing about this. Or somebody going to witch hunt you, they don't even know you, they're going to go by the book, they're going to follow the evidence where it goes. And if you can, exonerate yourself. As a matter of fact, the trial chamber is important, but the appeal chamber will be more powerful than the trial chamber. That's why the president of the court will be the head of the chief judge of the appeal chamber. So whatever decision that you take, let's say you feel, they say you are guilty at the trial chamber, you feel like you're not guilty, you go and file an appeal. You see? And they can override the decision of the trial chamber. But what we're going to do, we are going to bring some experts, some lawyers, and some people who may be clothed with the authority to speak on this subject. For us, we are just messenger. We are giving you just an overview of broader understanding of what it is. But we are not legal practitioners. Our job is to just give you the message. But it's a good day in Liberia. It's a good day for Liberia. I was a little bit concerned about the tone and the body language of Senator Edwin Snow. And he get carried away for a second. You know, sometimes when people speaking publicly, sometimes they can find themselves in the moment. I think that's what happened to Senator Snow. I think he overspoke. He said something that were not necessary. After signing, everything he would say about that, all the muscle try to flex, it was just garbage. He's just making some fool out of himself. Those are things that you even supposed to make clear before you even fix your signature. But what you were doing today, it is called commentary after the facts, commentary after the game. Snow, all the points he was making, It was just personal. Getting angry. If I knew Allen White was going to be here, I wasn't going to sign. So it won't look like you are afraid of Allen White. That is a juvenile way of thinking. You are a senator. You were elected by your people. You represent the people of Bomi. Even if that George Bush or President Biden were there, Biden got nothing on you. You're not representing Joe Biden or America. You're representing your people. Whatever you do based on the interests and the well-being of your people and Liberia at large. But all the things you were saying were not necessary. They were not necessary. There were things that he said that were good things. But were they timely? No. No. Unrelated issues. Unrelated issues. You being senator, you be enjoying the legislature for a while. You serve as Liberal representative on the ECOWAS legislative or ECOWAS parliament. From the House of Representatives to the Senate, you stay maintain that position. If you have concern with regards to Liberian relationship with the United States, you have all the time in the world to talk about it. You have all the time in the world to make your position known. You have all the time in the world through the embassy or through the government, through the presidency. He was a best friend of the former president. He had all the leverage, all the power to forward his policy argument through the presidency, even through ECOWAS. If it's going to be about Liberia, that's fine. But you have all the power. You have all the power to do that. But to bring those things up because you are agitated, because you've seen Allen White sitting behind you, just to flex muscle as if to say you the big man, you the strongest person. Nothing was not necessary. But overall, he voted. He signed. Also, some of the senators were emotional. Some of the stories were very telling. And I admire some of them. I just try to, talk about Senator Snow decision to go the route he went. Bring sanction, come put it on me. I was sanctioned here for 10 years. The fact that you bring yourself into the conversation, that cannot take away the value of the argument for Liberia. You're just agitated because you were placed on sanction. You were victimized by American foreign policy. Going all the way talking about Charles Taylor because he married to Charles Taylor's daughter. That's the reason why he was sanctioned. No, but no, this one is not about, it got nothing to do with Charles Taylor's daughter now. This is going to be about those who participated in the war and those who are continuously carrying on economic crime at the detriment of the Liberian people. So all the other one that you go in, that one is not necessary. They're not important. I understand. Some people understand. Senator Snow got point. That's true. But Senator Snow had all the time in the world. He served as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He could have used that to strengthen Liberia's relationship with the United States, to forward those critical issues, especially under Ellen government. Come on now. Those of you who are here, talking, they may have point. That's true. don't fault people because your level of understanding, I don't fault you for that. Because you don't even know what's going on. Maybe you never been following the politics. Some of you just started joining Liberian politics because you have your person running for something. Or maybe because of ANC, and ANC is a new party. Things that we're telling you right now, those happened before ANC was even created. So I don't want you to be carried away by those sweet talk. They have all the time in the world to question America's role when it comes to Liberia. If somebody can even question America's contribution to Liberia, to the rebuilding process of Liberia, especially a lawmaker that is telling, go and ask those who know how much the United States spent to bring peace to Liberia. How much the United States invested in bringing back constitutional democracy to Liberia after this 14 years of civil war. How much money Ellen received from the United States and other international partners that gave you the opportunity to sit down today to say you are a lawmaker. So we should not be ungrateful. We should not be ungrateful to the United States. I understand those who said, we got to get to the bottom of this. Everybody who participated, whichever way, you should come and account for their action. Who opened the door, the key, the cell for Charles Taylor to escape from America? Who financed him with this? Those are fair questions. And that's why economic growth is important. But I can tell you, overall, Liberians should be happy today. Liberians should be very, very happy. I just want to give my take on some of the things that happened. But I think these were just something, just formality. Joseph Boagai is the main person. Even with everything that happened today or that happened in the House of Representatives, Joseph Boagai stayed the hold up. He stayed whole. He's the one holding it. By the time he signed that resolution today, in that executive order, and also signed the document, the letter that's supposed to go to those relevant institutions and countries, that's it. You will see people in Liberia right now starting the process. You will be hearing about money right away. So I just wanted to add that. Monk, Maybon, and Lawrence. I have a video of Senator Prince Johnson after signing some of the statement he made. I don't know, Monk, you want to come in? You guys want to come in for us to have some conversation on that, or maybe we wait until we get to the news time for Truth FM, then we can play that.
Yeah, either option for me it works, I think.
Yeah, but what's your take overall?
Well, we knew this thing was in the making, and we knew the outcome was inevitable. It was predicted on SKTV. If people been following, Yeke Koluba said this thing was a done deal a long time ago. So everything after was just a beauty contest. It was just symbolic. It's just a symbolic representation of something we expected to have happened, and it's already happened already. So the feedback from all the lawmakers, like, you can talk about your Cold War politics or your Chancellor politics at the end of the day. The pressure this time around, the ramification for not pushing for the war crimes code, I think they knew exactly where was at stake. And Alan White was not just there for being there sick. He wanted to be having them on the record. I think that's why it annoyed Edwin Snow. Yeah. Okay, you were one of those that were behind the scene that got this thing, why you want to be in the chambers when we are yet to sign the document. But Alan White wanted to be there to put them on the record, because I know behind the scene there were people that put pen to paper, and Alan White wanted to make sure that nobody crossed the red line. That's why he was there. So the whole thing, like you said, the devil is going to be in the details. We already know that now we got a joint resolution from both houses. It needs the president's signature. He's the one that we put the icing on the cake, or the president himself. But at the end of the day, it still beat my imagination that Westerners will be pushing for accountability in my country. War crimes courts will be pushed by Liberians and Liberian lawmakers. But unfortunately, the people that live outside the country, the people that invested in our democracy, are the one going the extra length to make sure that we exercise accountability. The only person I tried to, the video that I tried to snip a little bit on was the Prince Johnson factor. He made a lot of statements, but at the end of the day, in the signing, he knew that he never had any option anyway. We told him that, Yeke told him that it was a done deal, that his own man from, I know, MDR was the one that threw on the bus. So it was a foregone conclusion. The thing here is, from Prince Johnson's deliberation, I think he made a lot of salient point as to whether this thing will fall with the UN or we will ignore the TRC recommendation, because the TRC recommendation was already trashed. Even by our Supreme Court, they raised the red flag. So you cannot go using the mandate from the TRC that already been downplayed by the Supreme Court and raising a lot of red flags. So I don't know.
Yes, so Monk, just to a point though, the Supreme Court did not trash TRC report and recommendation holistically, but the part that said they were not, those who, there were certain people listed that they were not qualified to run for elective position in the country for certain amount of years, maybe 15 or 25 years. That's the part that Supreme Court said was unconstitutional. And that time, Ellen was already president. And Liberia.
And they also, they don't, not only the fact of the tenure or who capable of running or statute of limitation, but don't forget also the question setting provision about the constitutionality with respect to our constitution as well. So when I use the word trash, it's not like the whole thing was just trash, but it raised a lot of red flag that could put things on hold. So technically speaking, he was right on that point. And I want people to understand that I saw Prince Johnson making he made a couple of points concerning how long he was in Liberia for. He only fought for 9 months. He talked about the Nima Ray and the Lutheran massacre. Prince Johnson, this is what we have always been advocating. The war crime code is not for you specifically. There are so many things attached to the war crimes code. And matter of fact, I believe the economic implication will be more severe than even the war crimes code. The reason being, you must be proven beyond all reasonable doubt that your action leads to a war crime. In the case of an economic crime, it's easier to grab a criminal as compared to a war crime. Because even though it's a war crime code, but there are specific actions that you must have engaged into before you can rise up to that level of war crime. So some of the people that we think or we anticipate that will be held by this code, they are most likely to walk free as compared to the economic criminals. So this thing is not about you. Just let the court to play out, let the due process to play out, and we'll see who become the victim. That's my only take about the whole thing of the war crime.
And more, I think we will take a whole day to discuss the document. About 3 weeks ago, somebody's supposed to come on the show. The day everything was set, 2 days before, the person informed SKTV that there was an emergency, that they have to travel. And this is going to be for 3 weeks. And when they come back, they will appear on SKTV. And these were people that have been working behind the scene. And now it's making sense to me what they were doing and the push they were having behind the scene. When I spoke with that senator that I spoke to last week, he said to me, these people, they are reaching out They have talked to individual senators. And I'm not going to be sanctioned for anybody's business. I'm going to be straightforward to the people. And you'll hear something next week. And that's exactly what happened. So a lot of people were surprised to have seen Dr. Allen White in the building. The reason why I put the Capitol building behind me is just in celebration of what they did today, because both chambers now have signed the resolution. So Lawrence and Melbourne, before we Melbourne, you leave us for your news bulletin. What say you? Then we'll go to Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sekou and other Virginia Monk, and to our followers. Indeed, today is another wonderful day for our people. Like when we say, I think for some of us now, we are praying and heavily rejoicing for the economic part of the entire process. But today, I don't know, but there are a lot of saying today with the worker code issues, a lot of press conference that people giving their own views and so on, and with the senators or the Senate and so on. But let me just come in because you just make things clear, and I think our people got to get the message out there clear. So I think maybe through the help of you and maybe and then other people, we can be able to always maybe inform our people and make things easier, because mind you, when the information is not clear to our people out there, they'll be thinking that yeah, they could, yeah, today, no. So when they talk about the resolution, that means the two horses agree to our woman and the papi there on the farm there. That means your sons and daughters that you send to Capitol building, they agree for the court to come. That's what they're saying. But the president, Honorable Joseph Yema Buaka, now, he got to send in the bill, or he got to make the document to send it back to the court, or in fact, to the horse.
No,
right?
maybe make it easy. You don't have to sign in a bill. He already has the documents in front of him. All you need to do is to sign it, and he has a draft of executive order that gives him the power as president to send letter to the United Nations, to send letter to President Joseph Biden, other international leaders, the AU, the ECOWAS. Those documents, they already got everything in front of him. All you need to do is just to post a signature on it. That's it.
Okay.
Even with or without the joint resolution, the resolution from both chambers, with or without that, Joseph Baga still got the power to sign it and bring the World Economic Council Court. So just everything that Joseph Baga is holding it.
All right, correct.
What you put in day to day was just, symbolical.
All right. So thank you so much. So a minute up to 7, and Sekou just said everything clear to all of you out there, because I know on tomorrow or even into some corners or corridors, there are arguments, claims, and counterclaims. So we are still moving. But thank God for the first step, and you just listen to Sekou. So Sekou, thank you for that a beautiful explanation, and that's just the first step. So everything now is in the hand of the president. So we'll be waiting for the president to do his part and be able to bring the court to Liberia, so that all of the things that are happening, the city money, the war business, and so on, all will go to court. Mind you, when you get a claim against me, you can also carry me there, and it leave with you to prove all of your claims. Myself, it leave with me too, to vindicate myself, or to make myself to feel free that I was not, or in fact, I'm not part of what you said, or I don't know anything about what you accuse me of. So now how this thing works. So thanks to you and Steve Sekou. We are about to go for the news, but hope and pray that when we come back, you'll make the thing easy for our people, because the people back home, or in fact our common people, they're very confused. And let me be frank, and you need to really take your own time to explain these things to them, because Yeah, they gotta understand.
Yeah, no problem, Mabel. Thank you so much. Lawrence, my man, do you have a say, or you want to pass for now?
Yeah, no, just to add on to what Mavon just said, our people need to be informed because if you visit most of the centers around bomb mines and its environs, there are a lot of people celebrating not only because of the war crime code, but the economic crime code as well. And our people, the old people, need to know exactly what is unfolding because if you go in the budget now, somebody will leave from the town and go in the budget, tell the people say the war crime code, they finish signing it already. Yeah, no, that won't do that. Not true. It would take small the time, maybe one or two more. The president, when he finish all his document been before they go down, it enter Liberia, it say that here Google. So nobody should go in the bush and tell the woman and say, oh, the code here already know. Even though the people agree that it should come, our lawmaker, our senator, they agree that it should come. But it ain't come yet. The people stay working on it small. But one thing we know, it will come. I don't care how it stay on. I don't care how Daniel stay on, they will pray. So yeah, just hold your peace small. Yep, they walk around go buy a car. People who been eating money, people who been carrying doing the water, they buy back, general there, they will go there to go talk for themselves. Everybody talk for themselves. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you so much, So, Monk, what do you think actually motivated Prince Johnson and Yaya Thomas Nimlin to have signed this document? You think they were pressure, or they had no choice? But I mean, they could have said, they could have abstained from saying do anything. So, what do you think really motivated their action?
Prince Johnson is a military tactician. He know what's up. Nobody put him on any duress. He was never under any pressure. There was no option. He never had any alternative but to sound it. From the sounding, at least they gave him the idea that you know what, you can go to the court and make the case. And we've been saying this forever. Even though the Liberian want to make Prince Johnson the poster child for the war crimes code, but it's for everybody. People want accountability. You say that you came to liberate your people. That was his argument. That's the premise of his argument, that he came to liberate his people, that the former military junta came and they abused his name by it. So it was his job to come and rescue them. So go to the court and go and make the case. Like I said, maybe there is a high probability that you could walk off that court as a free man. And he gave instances of people that were arrested and tried and then walk out of prison. Or walk out of the court scot-free. So why not? But I think, looking at the numbers, looking at the support, and knowing the hints that behind this war crimes code at the moment, he knew, like, you know what, there will be no need for me to oppose Ali, even though it looks symbolic that I'm signing. I'm not in favor of it, but it makes sense for me to sign it from an optical standpoint or political standpoint. Let me just sign it because it's beyond my reach. So you know what? Let me just go with the flow. I think that's exactly what he did. That was my take when I saw him signing it.
So somebody said Prince Johnson was surprised. He didn't know all the people that signed. Some of the people that talked to him in the back before today or before yesterday, some people that had assured him, he found out that they do the sign. It started with 24, 23, 24, and eventually, according to one of the senators, he said about 28. That means only one person didn't sign. Because right now, we have about 29 senators. Because Jeremiah Kuhn is yet to be replaced.
Yep.
Mo, you struck a very good point when you talk about why Western power should be the one to force justice on us. Why not our own people? I listened to Obey Traore, the senator from Riverside. He looked behind. Mr. Alan White, Your war crime code is here now. He said, your war crime code is here now. He said, Alan White's war crime code is here now.
Can you imagine that? A lawmaker.
You know, we have a lot to unpack. We have a whole lot. But overall, Liberians listening to us today, if you are rejoicing the war crime code is here, you are right. The fact that we are even discussing this right now is a victory. And I think today, all of those that have fought for years, all the advocates, all the proponents of the War and Economic Crimes Code, you should be celebrating today. Whether it's the Emmanuel Tavis, the Ascendi, and other, even Henry Costa, in as much as I don't agree with Costa on a lot of issues, he was one of those people too, fighting for this. All of them. I personally was not on board from the start. And the reason was very simple. Because I believe then, until today, everything, every talk of war and economic crimes code in Liberia, everybody that were involved with it, everything was politically motivated. Everybody that said X, Y, or Z about war crime code, they were doing it for political expediency. This is why I said Joseph Boakai, if he will do anything right or any good thing in his presidency, at least for this first 3 months of his presidency, this would be the biggest thing for him. But signing the document, signing the resolution is not all the way. Joseph Boakai should play his part with no delay. Do it ASAP so the other people can start playing their part. The United States is ready. The United Nations is ready. And the fact that Prince Johnson signed it, Thomas Nimler signed it, they are two of the known warlords who are listed among people or major actors by the TRC. And in as much as it was agreed upon that the testimony given at the TRC will not be used against them in a court of law, but there are a lot of people who were victimized that are still alive and that are willing to go and testify on their own behalf, in some cases, on behalf of other people. You will not believe that Liberians are ready for this thing unless the court is open officially. You'll be surprised. Pictures, video, documentation. You would not even believe. We at SKTV, not what we have received, but we have been told by not one, not two person, different individuals that are willing to travel to deliver some of the evidences they have. They don't even trust anything. They don't trust electronic. They don't trust email. They don't trust WhatsApp. They don't trust anything, but willing to travel to present some proof and evidences to us that could be very much instrumental in the whole process. That's how much Liberian people are serious about this whole war economic grounds code.
But Sekou, something caught my attention today.
Yes, sir.
What actually caught my attention looking at the whole war ground code process, it was the host that showed an inclination that they were 100% in support. But the number of lawmakers in the house that signed the resolution, it was not convincing. The Senate, I expected for them to have exhibited some level of pushback looking at the composition of the Senate and the individuals within the Senate. But then it was the people in the Senate that overwhelmingly signed up to the resolution as compared to the House. And I know it didn't happen out of the blue moon. The fact that Allen White were over there, it just signaled that there was some big hands behind this stuff for them to sign it in such a unanimous consent way. Like you talking about, I think 28 or 27 of them. I don't know who was absent, but it's like almost
80%.
Yeah. I mean, the vast majority of them. So it means the people that signed up to the resolution were even more as compared to those from the lower house. And that's something that actually caught my attention. I never expected that. But at the end of the day, at least the Liberian people can say we got a joint resolution from both houses of Congress, and that's a good thing. It's a historical day. I mean, we will work on the modalities and the details, but at least the fact that you got both houses in conjunction signing this particular resolution, that's a win for the entire country and for justice.
Yeah, so that's a very good observation. And somebody called me today among while the process was going on after Prince Johnson spoke. When you talk about the Lutheran Church massacre and other massacre that they want to know to who were responsible. That's why the TRC final recommendation and report is paramount, because that document listed some of the major perpetrators and institutions or group that were involved, to include the AFL, the NPFL, Yulumo K and Yulumo J, the Model, the LERD, the LPC, the Lofa Defense Force. You know, I am concerned about something, and I want you to keep this in mind. In as much as people are excited, in as much as the House did not get the overwhelming majority percentage-wise like the Senate, but I trust the decision from the House of Representatives than this Senate. I'm not sure what they told Prince Johnson, how he was persuaded to agree to sign. I am not sure, because these people, it's not that they're doing it willingly, but there was some arm twisting behind the scene. Some of them may be genuine and 100% with their statements, but I don't trust all of them. Because I heard one of them saying, I signed the resolution, but for this to be put into law, I may now vote for it if I don't see X, Y, and Z. I think some of these people arms were twisted and forced them to do certain things. And also for the fear of what we told you here, travel restriction and sanctions. And some of them get their money outside, including the United States. And maybe 90%, 99% of those money are in the United States dollar. And the US government and the international community, the World Bank, the IMF, they're aware of all those bank accounts, whether they are in Sao Tome, whether they are in Cape Verde, whether they're in Switzerland, whether they're in California, right here in the United States. They are aware. So I don't trust these people that much. I'm happy that it happened publicly, but I want to see the full implementation of this whole process. I still have my doubt. But I think we can open the line in Liberia to see how our people are going to react to this information. Maybe we can start with Lawrence, while maybe we'll try to make adjustment over there. Mong, unless you want to ask something before we go to the guys? Mong? All right. Lawrence, it looks like Mong is a little bit busy.
Yeah, go ahead, Lawrence. I was hearing you say goodbye. I couldn't respond from where I was.
Okay, that's fine. Well, Lawrence, open the line to get some calls.
Okay. Well, those of you listening to the SKTV show, we are coming to you live from Beaumont's former district on 99.3 FM radio former. The station is owned and operated by the Rufus and Roof Tati Foundation. Those of you following, you can call on 086-02-1302, 086-02-1302, 0778-255050, 0778-255050, 086-02-1302. Those are the numbers you can call this evening and be part of the SKTV show right here on 99.3 FM through 96.1 FM. We coming to you live this evening. Let me see who is on the phone line. Our first caller right here. Let me see this person. Good evening, your name. Where you come from?
Good evening. I'm Senko. I'm calling from Socrates.
Go ahead quickly, Chula. Yeah, you.
Yeah, you know the thing that happened today at the Chancellor Series by the Senator to sign a worker code. This is just a thing for them to say that the deed has found it, but I think enough for now. That's big fun. That's just something for them to say the deed. They want to meet in the Brentford to say, yeah, you see our senator has done, but so Bob has said that put 3 years. So that's not I think one preacher, not confirm that thing. Well, that's not the fact.
Thank you. 0778-255050, 086-02-1302. This person is on the line. Hello, your name, where you call from? I'm okay.
Yeah.
You say your name? Okay, go ahead. I hear you quickly.
People get doing one, then just people in one protest, and I'm working there when come up with something like get to jail.
Thank you.
So I better want for them to take it serious.
Okay, Chief. Thank you. 0778-255050, 086-02-1302. This person is on the phone lines. Let me see who is on this line. Hello, your name, where you come from? Hello, your name, where you come from? Go ahead quickly, Chief. Thank you, Shiggy. Thank you. Let me see who is on this other line here. Let me see this person. Good evening, your name. Where you come from? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Your name, where you come from?
Oh, I'm Mr. calling from Oman.
Go ahead quickly, Chief.
Yeah, okay, you just want to say something called walk and code.
Mm-hmm.
It will bring a big division in the market. One find Jeremiah Cole, he know exactly what over here, where does this thing, when you travel in Ghana, there was this everything. So this will bring a kind of big division in the market.
So you said Prince Johnson will get problem with Jeremiah Cole, right?
Yes, seriously. Jeremiah will get problem with Jeremiah Cole because
thank you.
All of this thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
He will not talk what he said because the promise he made, I want to catch him back.
Thank you. Thank you.
We don't talk too much. Too much promise in that book.
Thank you. 077-825-5050, 086-02-1302. You can call this evening, be part of the show right here on SKTV. We relay on radio format 99.3 FM in Beaumont here. This station is owned and operated by the Rufus and Roof Tati Foundation. This person is on the phone line. Hello, your name?
How are you?
I'm okay. Your name, where you come from?
Oh, this is Pastor calling from Lower Park.
Go ahead quickly, Chief. Let hear you.
Well, you see, the Bible says nothing go unpunished. So if you happen to do such a thing that you think you will just walk with impunity, because we were in Burma, we saw tragedy. We saw killing people with power and all kinds of things. Now today, these people need to go to court and be able to pay for what they did.
Okay.
Now people are playing, but God is watching.
Thank you. Thank you, man of God.
No matter what you do, God will punish you and He will take it out of you.
Thank you, man of God. You make a point. Let me take this other person on the side of the phone line. Let me see who is here. This call. Okay. Good evening, your name. Where you come from? I'm Lawrence. But what is your name? Where you come from?
Thank you. My name is
Go ahead, Chief. I hear you.
That is why for some of us we do celebrate people that whatever was going to be the best president and you will lead us to a best thing that some of us have been yearning for the past decade. Mind you, people always say Prince Johnson don't want for work, I'm going to come and you want for work, I'm going to come, you go around Prince Johnson will wear music. That is why we're talking why for Prince Johnson to vote. I think I had a dream yesterday. I had a dream that one day there'll be a war concord be established in Abroad. Okay. And we have a president who believes in justice. That is why in the Bible says that this war would come and that will be free.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. You make your point. This person is on the phone line. Let me see. This way. 077-825-5050. This person. Good evening. Yeah, I'm okay. Your name, where you come from? Go ahead. I hear you, Chief.
Yeah,
Too bad. 077-825-5050, 086-02-1302. This person. Good evening. Your name, where you come from?
Yeah, my name is Monba. I come Avenue.
Go ahead, Chief. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to speak on the line of this war concord. I'm one of the victims. When it comes on the line of the war issue and the Northwest war, I think unfortunately, what we these radio stations, one of the brother requests that is the big business. If you see me, you will see from me my name cut slaughter, the man 2 legs were cut, we are about 52% from Lofa County where Jimo came and enter our town by 5 o'clock in the morning hour of June 17, 1993. frustrated. I found this lady that worked with 2SS. His brother from Coleman. He wanted to live with, said he could have lived in there, but because of grace, that he left him, he ran away from his son. So the war conquer, but the hunger time, one for the war conquer to come from somehow will not be seeing these people right and be frustrated, and it will play on us every day and night. So I want to tell you, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. This person, let me see who is on the phone lines here. Let me see 077-825-5050, 086-02-1302. This caller is on the phone lines. Good evening. I'm Lawrence Moore. What is the name? Where you come from?
So, Lawrence, you can take 2 more. You can go to Steve to get his perspective.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, and I'll never sit there, so I was going to drop in with that to sign this card. What's that? It wasn't really good. It don't have to have it. No. Anything was I was down very position or focus like 4 so policy on the worker.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. You make your point. I take this person, the last person on this side. Let me see this person. Tuba. Okay. Good evening. Your name, where you come from? Be audible, my brother. Your name, where you come from? Go ahead quickly.
All right. I want to speak to the issue of the walker code. We're going to say about the thanks to our honorable House of Senate for starting today. And I know Liberia.
Okay.
And this code is established. All those who participate in voting against democracy, I think they will have to take one day. So I'm going to say thank you so much for the starting by the senator.
Thank you. You make your point already. Steve Cleveland, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, today today a good day, but today also that you see the little ribbon on my shirt.
I see that.
Um, yeah, so the ribbon here for people who abuse women, sexual abuse, victims, and so forth. So that the day today,
Before you, Scotty, how long are you going to be here?
who me
Yeah.
for the next 30 minutes.
Okay. That's good.
No, you want us to continue the call for that, bro. I just wanted to greet our people.
No. I want you to talk. I want to do something. I want to go off and do something. It's only going to be here. That's fine.
Yeah, but I know with that today we're breaking red.
Yes.
So put it, go put it in the better. I know you want to put it to go face Steve. Yeah. Yeah, but Lauren, my man, nobody to be one for government. I went with who?
Yeah,
I
I
went
know
with
what
who?
Jesus for God. I know.
Yeah, don't even care. Don't care, brother. I went with who deep down. But folks, thank you. Today is historical. Um, today is historical. I will say this to the Liberian government: when you do what is right, we will applaud you. We will commend you. I want to thank the senators, the representatives, all those who signed on this um, willfulness to establish the World Economic Crimes Code. I want to say thank you to you. Um, on SKTV, as we always say, we're not against government, we're for government, we are with government. But our responsibility is to hold the government's feet to fire to do what is right. That's all. That is all. We don't want nothing for anybody, but what we want is for you to do what is right. So if the senators do what is right, we applaud them, we commend them. In signing a World Economic Crime Code, we want to say big thank you to you guys, to the senators. But SKTV, we can want to gum. We can tell you thank you at the same time we hold you accountable. So it's a good move. It's a good thing. You know, the issue of justice, the issue of doing what is right, accountability is very important for any society. And so I want to say thanks to the Liberian people, those of you who were on the fence, those of you who doubted the process. Thank you for coming on board. Even if you decide to add your voice today, still thank you. It's never too late to do what is right. I want to say thank you to all of the advocates. I'm not saying the advocate that want to be on Facebook, looking for mayor, on different things. I'm not talking to no one. I'm not talking about no advocate who in one group of people party or packet, you know, when on the other person's side, they don't talk for it. When on the other person's side, they don't want to talk for it. No, 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 I don't want to talk about. I'm not talking about the fake advocates. I'm talking about genuine advocates who been consistent, whether it's Emmanuel Sabe, Cindy, you know, and other people, Martha Washington, other serious minded people who bear on the issue of advocacy for justice in Liberia. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. You know, SKTV has been one of the platforms that have also been into the vanguard of advocacy for justice and accountability in Liberia. So I want to say thank you to SKTV. Thanks to Lawrence and the leadership over there at the station. Thanks to the owners, the managers, the management of the station, the Puma station over there in um where you got against that you're in Magimi, right?
Bon County, Bon County.
Yeah, okay, Bon County. Thank you so much to the leadership. Thanks to the owners as well. To True FM, I want to say thank you. Thanks to the leadership of True FM. Thanks to the management. Uh, my boy O'Neill, liability. Thanks to Musa Ability, who's the CEO for this platform, Truth FM. It's a good thing. Then to my boy Leopold, because you know to leave the family and count the radio. Sometimes he will stay there late night. It's a good thing. History will remember everybody. The people that died in Liberia were Liberians. There has to be some form of accountability. You know that that been one of my dreams. To be honest, to be alive, for us to hold people who did wrong, to actually find out what really happened and let people be held accountable, and to exonerate other people to who they lie on. That's been one of my dreams, and I'm so happy. Let me tell you something. I feel happy today. I feel very, very happy. Now, the next step, the ball is into the human broadcast camp. It will be sent to you. I believe the president will sign off on it. I have no doubt. Many days I have my disagreement with Joseph Human Boyka on some of the things that he does or some of the way that he's gone as a president. But I want to commend Joseph Human Boyka and the Unity Party led government for even welcoming this conversation on the get go. President Joe, we had a perfect opportunity to make history. They kick the can down the road. They disappointed many people. They hurt many people who were already hurt. They re-victimized victims. And that's some of the reason today President Joe is not president. Let's be honest. Let's talk so, we talk so. So I want to thank President Jose Yuma Bwaga in advance. You know, I want to thank the US government, other stakeholders and other partners who have also been pushing behind closed door. Because, you know, if we really left with our Liberian leaders, most of them they didn't want anything to happen. You know, some of them tired of failing when you signed it today. My friend, what are you tired of fail? You losing your field. You stand. Signature, that signature will take it. Even when you tie a face that you sign, will still take it. And that signature that we want. We don't care about your faith. You're letting them go behind closed door and apologize to each other, beg each other. You on record now. To my Senator Prince Johnson, he's a senator of Liberia, even though I don't agree with us electing people who committed crimes. But I also want to say thanks to Senator Prince Johnson for signing it. Senator Prince Johnson, you have a perfect opportunity to make your case. If only you are called, we don't know who will be called, we don't know who will be indicated. Sometimes we, but we don't know who's exactly on this thing. We don't know. So, all in all, my people, I want to say big thank you to the Liberian people. Let's come out. Let me our voices heard. The fact that our representatives from different places, whether the Senate or the House of Representatives, came out and signed this bill, it means it's a good thing. I want to thank Fanati Kofa, who's the current speaker. Thank you, Fanati Kofa, for you know taking on this project and initiating it. Again, when the time comes for disagreement, we'll have disagreement. When the time comes to say thank you and applaud the people, we applaud them. It's a good thing. So I'm really excited. Um, you know, all the other noise that will come out later on. That one that can't come in here, baby, and all that. But the people who were there, we get it. So we'll be chilling. Yeah, when I all the other small laws, they will not inside. They'll go face it behind closed door. They'll go face things there. So, but something interesting that is happening, maybe we'll incorporate another day. Something interesting that's happening. You know, the Chief Justice said, no, is saying that she's ready for them to listen to arguments about those who were sanctioned. You know, the thing, and then I'm moving in the right direction as we speak. I don't have them back. Yeah. You know, Senator McGill and other people have been saying they're innocent. You know, me, I like when people are accused and say they're innocent. So maybe it's the perfect opportunity for Joseph Barafini signing our team by tomorrow or by today, and we're getting up the senator there. Whether they will use them like you can say or whatever they you don't care. Just want to say the senator that senator. And hopefully the government can take on the other costs. You know, all the people who are essential, let them come and have the days in court and clear the name. It will be the good thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Right now, my country where I come from, the people where I was born in Margibi County. My two senators are sanctioned. So that means the entire Margibi County is sanctioned. We don't see light. So maybe if both of them can come, Senator Nukwe and Senator McGill, they are both sanctioned. So it'll be clear for them to clarify the name. So, you know, Jose Yuma Braga, um, we're begging you, Chief, as the president, you know, we support you, some of us, um, we support you, some of us. And so do the needful, and we're watching you. But after you finish signing all the documents, you will come back to the budget. Because we don't want to be doing one be walking. Now, oh, yeah. Your team will forget about it because your signed document, we come back to budget business. So, you know, Monk, I don't know what's for your end, but you know, I feel excited today. On the weekend, we'll be having we're looking at having a pretty packed show. Like I said, we're inviting key people. We're waiting for the responses, the confirmation. We'll let you guys know. We might have an anonymous visitor again. Yeah. That's how we are doing
My man, see, you get a love for the project. I can see the love in your eyes.
Steve, thank you so much. In fact, there are a lot of things like you already said, but the work code and our leaders, especially our senators today, were signing. That alone tells you that indeed we are now moving towards justice. You though, like Sekou was reading about the TRC, recommendation during those days. Like for example, when some of us, when our eyes were opening 2005 and we're hearing about the TRC stuff, as to those who are going to be banned from running and so on, and they ran to the court, and the Supreme Court said no, the TRC have no jurisdiction to stop this or maybe to do this, to do that. And all of them, they were all into the political space. They ran for so many years and they become our leaders. But again, nobody is witch hunting anybody. Let me just add up to you. No one is witch hunting anybody. Go out there if your name has been called upon to say yes, come out for investigation. You got to go out there to answer questions to some of the claims and maybe counter claims that will be against you. Go there to tell the people exactly what your role or what you did during those days, or maybe what are some of the information or claim that they have against you. So nobody is waiting hunting people. So let me just add up to say to our president, indeed, we all we know that this day will come. The reason is very simple because everybody will say, in fact, this president is maybe they just say that. I know that sometimes the politician will change, but someone will say he's a one-term president. And when you're a one-term president, you have nothing to lose because you just have to do the right thing, and you have no fear about who's going to vote for you next, who's not going to vote for you. But mind you, sometimes some of the things that we are going through today based come about the re-elections, who's going to vote for the other person, who's not going to vote for the other person. So we pray that all of our advocates, all those people who've been advocating around here and there, the human rights advocates, all those people are religious leaders. I think it's about time now that we all found the way that we get space, we get room, and we all embrace this court. What are the both courts, mind you, they are the economic crime court is for me, it is my favorite because the reason is that our people since 1847 up to now, our people are still living in poverty. Their life is still battered. Their life is still battered. Nothing is going on good. So for me, I support the economic crime court. Maybe someone will say 60% for me. Then the world crime court, everything will support it. But I think the economic crime court will help 100% than the other one. Even though it's good that our people fix all of the crime that they've been facing with, but this code gonna help. And trust me, like people are going to move forward from this code when the code come about. So I want to say thanks to the government, like you said. Indeed, when you do good thing, we will come here to praise you. And please, when there's wrong thing, when we're talking about it, don't come and be threatening us about what to do.
Yeah,
And yeah, because sometimes when we're talking to thing when you're not good, then you want to silence us. You want to say all the kind of thing. No.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is sticking part of Mabel. That
Mm.
is sticking part there. But the only thing I can say, today I could do, but today also that funny faith day. A funny faith day because of people who get funny faith. We got to hold people accountable, my people. No, in our personal, we got to hold people accountable. We got to hold each other accountable. So, it's a good thing. All the speeches they were giving them morning. Me, I was just driving and I even listened to some stuff. And I listened
There
to
were a
some.
lot of press conference. There are a lot of press conference
No,
today from both. Yeah.
no, but I put my music on in the car
Mm,
and
mm,
I was chilling. I was not listening to all the dry dog story. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in your signature. Just how they
mm,
move. All the other extra pleasantry and they want and want bring they want bring that one. That one that they will explain entire story, then there's no evidence. And I think that I want signature. With that signature today, we're moving to the next level. You will explain beyond closed door, you will explain to each other, you will forgive each other. That one will not get problem with you. So Melbourne is a good day. I don't know if you're taking calls, Melbourne. Are you taking calls?
all right. So let me go straight into Studio B to go take
Yeah, we
because we
beg you.
send our
Take
yeah.
small call now. Yeah, we beg you, Chief. We hear from our people because I know today it's a jubilant celebratory
What's
day
up,
in
brother?
Liberia. Today I don't want to talk politics. Today I don't want to talk politics. Yeah, I'm too happy to. I'm very, very happy. We hold these people there accountable, then we move the country forward. That's my only concern. And Joseph Boaga keep on this particular thing. Maybe I'll become a favorite nephew. You'll never know. The man had dependable nephew. The man, I don't know if he get rescued nephew there. So maybe I could become his favorite nephew. They think that politics, strange bedfellows they can come around. I will speak now. I support the party. Yeah, I support Joseph Boaga. I don't care what you believe or you don't believe it. I am with the papi. Yeah, my man won't bring you on, but I'm not in studio there right now. Seku gotta bring you on. So text Seku to bring you on. Oh man, Seku gotta bring you.
Who's coming on?
Mom, can you call text Seku to bring, or if you want to bring him in on, I think Milburn has to come off to take calls.
So what you want me
I'm
to
not
do?
sure about it.
Yeah, link.
Text
Oh,
Seku, I beg you. No, text Seku.
all right.
Yeah, text him, I beg you. I can't go off. If I go off right now, I'm not coming. Yeah, text him to bring Milburn and Lawrence on from the other end. I can't bring them because I'm not on the computer. But people hear that?
The 2081 number, right?
Yeah. Text him on Facebook too and on WhatsApp and all the other ways you can get hold of him. Just, just buy him or blast him with other messages. Yeah, so folks, we are here. We won't hear from the people from Bahu. Melbourne going to studio B. If I leave right now, I'll not be able to come out. We won't go on the studio.
Yep.
Monk, if possible, I'll say you could call him if you can.
All right.
Yeah, I beg you, please. Can you call Sekou? Sekou in studio today alone by himself. Folks, I'm talking politics today. Oh. If you think you were here to politics for me today, I tell you, celebrating bigly. Yeah, I'm very happy for what happened today in Liberia. And so all the political other there, me are getting chance and space today. All the political yeah, I owe today that people. Yeah, Sekou Double will open the lunch. We'll open the lunch.
Good. So 0778-3396-82. That's the number to call to be part of the show. Sorry for those of you who've been calling in and we were not able to pull you through. But again, 0778-3396-82. So let me get to the line.
No, but please tell somebody
Hello.
radio off behind them. The other radio behind there.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is the voice of Patrick Dewey. And I will clearly tell you that today it's a happier day, and today's day are going in history. Therefore, for some of us, we were small when the war thinking abroad, or when the people brought war on us. A lot of people did a lot of massacring to Liberian people and took away a lot of thousands' lives. And let me say many things. First of all, to the Almighty God. And the second question is President Wakai, who has cared for his people. And he told his people in a campaign message, there will be justice. There will be the rule of law. No one will walk out of impunity. And that is why after the election, when you were pronounced as winner, it goes to the Liberian people. Today, we are getting the fruit of his God. So,
all right, thank you so much. There are so many calls on the line to this caller. Good evening. Please just go straight to the point. 1 minute. Yes. Go ahead, Jerry.
Liberia, and especially some of us who've been wanting for the coup to come, and we are happy. We are very praying that we will focus mainly on the economic conquest, because the people they are going to understand the economic conquest, they still got the money, they still got it, so we need to recruit them to economic conquest. Thank you. Many times all our senators and our senators, you're becoming close to you.
Thank you so much. 0778-3396-82. That's the number to call against 0778-3396-82. Call in to be part of the show on tonight. Tell us exactly what you make of this wonderful day. And today with the resolution being signed coming from the upper hall of say the host of EDA, our Senate. Let me go to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
I'm Lawrence Spencer. I'm Johnsonville.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, so I follow the program. I want to say thank you to Steve and the rest of you. For me, I'm disappointed. Why it is true, many presidents commending the Senate for the resolution and they add their own today. For me, I see it differently, right? Some of the people, the behavior as though they're forcing them to sign this thing. And it's sad that people that the rural counties voted for to kind of seek their interest would be acting as though like when you have your child, the child don't want to do something, but you're forcing them. So for me, I don't even see the reason why, except for few of them are always very clear on the issue about this time or this scope. But some of them there, they hang it game. That thing will call you our fellow language man with champion. You're one foot in the water, you're one foot in the land. You talk inside your mouth, yeah. So can you imagine someone else on the resolution and they still giving reason why they don't think the work record should come? So I'm baffled. Then where are we?
So you should take your side. If you're against the establishment of this court, be made law. So don't be acting as though you want to complain. As I've always said, that when that's how the document, say me I accuse it.
Maybe someone was there because maybe Alan White was there. They know the mess was happening. So maybe that's the reason. But anyway, thank you so much. 0778339682. That's the number to call. Again, 0778339682. Thank God that they sounded. I don't know how. Maybe some of them was twisting their face or their faces, like you may call it. But thank God at least it was sound on today. So 0778339682. That's the number to call for those of you who've been following the show right here on the program SKTV and Truth FM 96.1. Today we are looking at the War and Economic Crime Code. Yes, the resolution that been signed today by the House of Senate. And today there are a lot of jubilation everywhere in Liberia, but the documents is before the President of the Republic of Liberia. Hello? Yeah, my brother, good evening. Go ahead, your name and for where you join us.
Elijah Freeman is my name, and I'm going from Firestone to South Hospital.
Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, I'm happy today. I'm happy today that I signed, and also I believe that there will be a by-election in this country. Election Commission, get ready. There will be a by-election. Mark it down today. There will be a by-election. There will be by-election.
Okay.
I believe there will be by-election in this nation. Mark it. Mark this day, mark my media. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Justice is coming to Liberia. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
How is sounding so? There's someone that is not well. 0778339682. I don't know whether you are maybe you're not well or maybe you're not happy or what. We don't know. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
Yeah, my brother, we're good. Thank God. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
Yeah, this is Jackson. Go out from Sokone. I just want to talk to you about that work code. You know, it's what?
Oh, it's on the line. I don't know. Maybe his meanings have been harmonized or what. 0778339682. That's the number to call. All of you that have been calling in back to back. Now it's time you call. Today's caller. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, Chief. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us. Oh man, don't be holding our line for no reason. Maybe you don't want to eat our time. 0778339682. The Walker Court resolution has been finally signed by the joint host. Yes, hello.
Yeah, I'm calling from Bonkante.
Good. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, I want to know the who has signed the paper. The code will be built in Liberia.
Yeah, where we're coming to now. The only document now is a resolution that yes, we agree for the code to come.
So the answer is yes. Just say yes.
Where the code will be.
Yes, it will be in Liberia. Yes.
Well, I'm happy for the food. I'm thankful for that. Everybody has signed the paper now.
Okay. Thank you so much. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Go ahead, boss.
I'm Jackson Buller. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed by hearing the House of Senate standing a resolution for the war and American food. I'm very happy because that's one of the first steps for any country to be developed. The justice system has to be put in place. That we know that when you're going to do anything here, it will stop it. That the law will tell you don't do the war, it will guide you. So I'm going to give follow to the Senate today for taking a signature to the resolution. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackson. And Liberians are giving their views to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Chris Batua, calling from Duboro.
Good. Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, my attention has been drawn for a call for Firestone to ask for by-election in this country. The resolution I signed today, they must look at Liberia, must look at two ways. There's this country that will have peace for 24 years. We'll have peace in this country for 24 years for the elder of the country, for the elder of this country to sign a resolution. Then everybody wait and see the outcome of the resolution they sign. But nobody will be too curious to be asking for by-election. I don't know what percentage the by-election will come.
All right. Thank you so much. You don't know which percentage of the by-election is going to come. So, Steve, Representative Monk, and that of Sekou, I don't know. We have probably about 4 more minutes to go. Maybe maybe you probably want to respond.
Yeah.
So
So
that people before we go off the radio.
I'm sorry, Mabel, and thank you, but the person who is concerned about a by-election, those who are talking about by-election, the reason they're talking about it, they're saying the senators or people who are lawmakers, and they are some of the perpetrators, the one that will be found guilty, they will not return to their job. So they will have by-election to, to replace them. But we don't know how long they could going to last for. But people believe that it will not be more than 3 years. Some people say 1 year, one year or 2 years. So it's not going to be more than 3 years. If it is more than that, then that will be a different story. But the mandate that they're going to have right now, I think, is going to be around 3 year maximum.
So someone asked
whether the work is going to be in Liberia, 30% yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Kennedy, before I leave, like I said, I don't want to do politics today. What a by-election, try-election, community election. Me, none of my issue. Let the celebration for the court that will get going on. Let we enjoy it.
I know, right?
We're not here for
No
all extra
politics.
things. Yeah, we'll get to the other bridge, we'll cross it. That easy, we'll go. Let's get to the president, let the president sign our thing. When we implement it, then we'll decide where to buy election. Buy election, but we raise money for it.
Steve, before you go though,
Okay.
in as much we're trying to bring some of the some people on to help us understand the next step. But when you think Joseph Boagai should add on this?
Mr. Kane, per our reporting, from what we got from reliable sources, we told the Liberian people no later than tomorrow. Joseph Boakai will sign that paper. If it pushes, it will be Thursday. But everything should be done by this week. We got the information since last week. Everything was in line. And we're not yet to make plow. We're not yet to make plow. We agree, and we agree. We all agreement right now. All we agree. Me, I own a train. I agree. I don't have a job. I agree. I'm working with the
So you
president.
think Joseph Boagai will sign the executive order tomorrow and release it?
I said, from what we were told, if it's not tomorrow, it will be Thursday. But tomorrow is the day they are eyeing the 10th of April, 2024. So it will be sent to office tomorrow. The party will sign our thing, and we move on. We move on. So we're working with the president and want to thank the president. We want to thank the president.
Mom,
Yeah, how we doing? We agree right now.
when do you think Joseph Boagai will sign it tomorrow? And and what would that mean for Liberia?
I mean, I expect Joseph Boakai to sign it. That's no question. Because you won't have a guy like Prince Johnson signing a resolution for war crimes and Joseph Boakai saying no. So I can't give you a specific time frame, but I know it's just a matter of when. It's not if that's going to happen. He's going to sign it finally.
Wow. But for some reason, I have my doubts. I don't trust these people. And I just believe that Prince Johnson didn't just sign it in here being fully cognizant of what it's going to mean for him and those who that are considered as major perpetrators of the war crimes and crimes against humanity. I don't just believe anything you just hear. For some reason, I just have my doubt. I don't know.
Yeah, you have
it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you got every reason to have doubt, but I think this time around they won't slide. They won't allow you to slide under the Boakai administration. No matter what kind of games they play behind the scene, it just won't slide this time around. That's why I know it won't happen.
I hope somebody will not commit suicide.
Yeah, today is celebration day. Today is no politics, so we allow people to enjoy the rest of the day, and they can just wait for the commander-in-chief himself to put pen to paper. But today we'll do the politics tomorrow.
That's it,
today,
man. Yeah,
yeah,
I think we're gonna leave it there.
yeah. Let's leave it there for
Master,
today.
I'm extremely tired.
All right, man. Tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been up the whole night. So, and while that program was going on over there at the Senate, I had to bring it live to the people. So
Yes, indeed.
we'll try
Tomorrow
our best.
we pick it up tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, but like I said, man, I hope somebody will not commit suicide. I hope everybody will just
It should be in that sound mind, that sound
yeah,
body.
everybody, stay, safe and stay, and believe that it's possible. It can be exonerated, and I hope everybody will just support this idea. Nobody will commit suicide. Nobody will attack anybody. Let people just support the process, and there should be no delay. When it comes to the implementation. Hopefully, Joseph Walker will sign it. Yeah, man. It's too good to be true.
Yeah, it's too good to be true, right? You don't
Yeah,
want
because
to believe it, but
sometimes I just feel like given what is in this, the senators, that whole Senate, they are Senate of compromise. Their whole leadership came into being because of compromise. Everybody that get in whatever position they get in, they came out
everything
of
is
compromise.
compromised. Yeah.
So I don't just trust anything that comes from this Senate. Trust me. USA Seku has said it, but I hope I'm wrong, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Maybe I don't even trust the other guy himself right now. I want to see the thing happening.
Yeah, you want to see it happening, like the real
Before I believe it. Because all these formalities did nothing to me.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
people
trust
have
the
reason to express their doubt because our guys cannot be trusted. So until we see the court, everything will take at face value. I know I got a faith that they will do it this time around, but you have every reason to question it because the entire upper house and the way how they voted alone, that's what caught my attention. Like the overwhelming support from the Senate, that way I expected the resistance from, but unfortunately, that was a complete opposite. I would say fortunately, not even unfortunately anyway, because they had it signed, they got a resolution going, but that's not enough. We got to see something behind a mere resolution.
Yeah. I don't trust them. But anyway,
That's
we're going
it,
to leave
yeah.
it there. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, my people. We'll see you tomorrow. Anyway, I will not be on tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be the prayer day. Yeah, maybe I will be on, maybe I will not be on. I'm not too sure. But I think others will be here. We finished the Ramadan today, and we'll pray tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the Eid. So tomorrow we'll be saying Eid Mubarak. Under normal circumstances, President Joseph Mabuaka, then civilian and citizen, former Vice President Joseph Mabuaka, you always used to be the first person to test me to say Sekou Eid Mubarak. I'm saying he president and the first Eid here. Let me see where I will receive my Eid greeting tomorrow from the president. But the people then they took the president from him when they found out that the president was that one he was not president. When they found out that the Papa Masai can communicate, they said, oh shit, what's going on here? And I hope tomorrow the Papa will do a usual thing. He got my phone number to text me to say Eid Mubarak Sekou. If Papa don't do it tomorrow, I'll go report him to the elders of Lopa. My people here, thank you. Have a good night.